Welcome to another installment of the Nifty Nerd Show. I've been getting really back into CW shows lately, and I intend to make it everybody else's problem. My name's Kat, and I forget words.
My name's Fee. I don't forget as many words, but I choose them wisely, so that I don't end up doing that. Kat, what do you have for us today?
Okay, well, today we're doing some Arrowverse characters, CW, DC characters in D&D. So, they've got fun little costumes. We're starting off with Supergirl.
Really?
At the time,
Watching that S get scribbled in, I couldn't tell.
I guess it's given away now. At the time I drew
Could
this...
have sworn that was the Flash.
Shut up. At the time I drew this, the new season hadn't premiered, but at the time we're recording, it has. Any new thoughts on the new season?
I was a big fan of 6XO1. I think it shows some promise.
I think it's kind of funny how, a lot of the CW shows this season, all the season premieres feel like season finales. Because I've been really into the Charmed reboot, and it also happened there.
Yeah, the Charmed reboot is the first 3 episodes are off a finale of the last season. That's the most extreme example.
I hope you guys like us talking about the other CW shows on this Arrowverse episode.
Oh. Well, the only reason we're watching Charmed is because there was an ad for it after Supergirl for a while, so really, this is all Supergirl's fault.
Been watching Supergirl since it comes out, and now it's the final season.
Oh.
You okay, Fiona? You seem to be sobbing violently.
Very funny. Well, it's just I've gotten very attached to Supergirl. Supergirl and Legends, it always switches which one is my favorite show, and it depends completely on which one I've been watching more.
Legends, you say? You're in luck, because I didn't draw any of those characters.
Piece of hot turd. What's wrong with you?
Well, they don't really have any, they have costumes, but they don't ever wear them.
They don't have to wear Oh, yeah, because Dungeons and Dragons, the main baseline is that you have a superhero costume to wear from beforehand.
Obviously. I like other shows more. I like other Supergirl characters more.
Unbelievable.
Nia's probably my favorite from the show.
Yeah, that's fair. For me, it's Nia, Kara, Lena. They're all pretty good.
That's half the main group.
That's why it's a good show. If it was I only like one character, I'm not going to be very happy watching the show.
That's fair enough. Welcome to me watching Flash Season 3, very invested in Killer Frost. Who's up next? And that's why. But I was only invested in one character in the show, and that's why my obsession with the Flash really petered out to a little stop.
That's why my obsession with Supergirl grew. Well, I feel like I was most invested during Season 3, but then Season 4 kept me hooked with Nia being introduced. Season 5 was frustrating to watch. I was like, hey, Leah and Kara just need to be friends again. I don't understand why they're having such big a problem. It's not Kara's obligation to tell you her secret. I understand you feel bad being lied to, but it's still not a requirement.
I just think it's so funny when she talks to other characters and she tells them, immediately. Within weeks of knowing Nia, she was this trust I'm showing you can only help you, as though, trusting Lena wouldn't help Lena as well, who's been established as, needing somebody to, be able to trust and rely on.
Not to justify incredibly mediocre CW writers. But the thing with Nia is that she's an alien and she has powers. She literally has foresight. She can protect herself. She knows what's coming. As opposed to, someone who can make little, shooty blaster gauntlets and stuff.
I was gonna say, doesn't Lena wear Lux's suit at one point?
I don't want to say yes because I'm not sure.
That's fun.
Who's to say? I've watched a lot of Supergirl, but suddenly I've forgotten it all. Snazzy background?
Oh, yes, I actually did draw backgrounds for this episode.
Kat, your most hated enemy.
My
no.
most hated enemy
It's
after traditional painting. Backgrounds. I just did some little nature-y scenes. Inspired by how Popcross draws a lot of nature-y scenes in his videos.
That's fun. Good image.
Yeah, I thought neat.
8 out of 10.
Thanks, bud. 8?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't like the others any better, so...
So I should guess who it is beforehand.
Since I already said that.
Huh?
Since I already said who it was earlier.
Oh, well, I thought maybe it was going to be the other one. There are 3 in this episode, right?
Yeah.
What? So this one's Killer Frost?
Yeah, this is Killer Frost.
I just made myself look like a darn fool.
Well, you don't need my help. What's it a bit from the Clue movie?
Yeah. Yeah. On the S. With the risk of going on a tangent about Clue, Colonel Mustard, and what? You know, I'm already on a tangent about Clue. I'll stop.
I wish you had one.
Huh?
A clue.
Oh, if only Glaire's picked up on the microphone. So, you said you got really into Flash with the Killer Frost stuff. You want to talk about Killer Frost? You certainly rewatch those episodes a lot.
In the early hours of the morning. I don't stay up late, you should know this. I just get up unbearably early for other people.
And I'm currently up unbearably early for other people.
Yeah, I mean, because in season 1 for Caitlin, we established that she's like, oh, she's got like a cold personality, and everybody at home's like, oh, whoa, this person's got a superhero character's name, so they're gonna get powers later, and that's what I was like, at least at home in my little seat. And in season 2, obviously we meet her doppelganger because they do all the Earth 2 stuff, and then it's like, oh no, Caitlin could turn evil, and then season 3 is, oh no, Caitlin's turning evil, and I love heroes turning into villain arcs. I think it's so absolutely devastating. So that's always fun, right?
Yeah.
Fun to be devastated.
I find it fun when it's like an actual personality thing, you know? I've been taken over by the evil juices coursing through my veins. I'm no longer a part of society. Now I must be mean, cruel, and sexy.
Well, I feel like earlier in season 3, it leans more to like Caitlin's just being evil, and then like later it's like, oh, Killer Frost and Caitlin are 2 completely different people, and I'm like, you shouldn't have done that. You should have just let Caitlin have some character development.
It's a little complicated, because if she can just be like, yeah, I'm fine later, like, it's different people or whatever, it feels like it's Caitlin at first, but it's not. It doesn't make any sense.
You know what else doesn't make any sense? Why she couldn't use her ice powers before when they've always been there? I'll never get that, why they just like activated after Flashpoint. And then it's like, oh, how'd you not know you had like the Killer Frost personality as well? Because you think it would have like popped out in like life-threatening situations, like when she was kidnapped by like Heatwave in season 1. It would have been like, oh, now's the time for that.
She was kidnapped?
Yeah.
Oh gosh, it's been
a long time since I watched season 1 even.
It's been an even longer time since I've watched it.
Probably since it came out.
Yeah.
That was several years ago.
Oh no. It's been a lot of years.
Yeah.
Oof.
CW shows go on for a while. But not Supergirl, that's ending soon.
No.
Just like to remind you so I can see that devastated look creep across your face.
I'm gonna be so upset when I rewatch Supergirl because Lena will only be part of the group for the last season. I'm gonna be frustrated. Like, why aren't there more episodes like this? It's how I feel watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer. It's like, why aren't there more Tara episodes? Where is she?
Well, you know, we talked about like, oh, the Supergirl debut was pretty recently. You know, that's been, I haven't been watching The Flash this season. I haven't caught up from like season 6. Only watched about half of it. I just, you know, wasn't very invested. Feel kind of bad. I've been watching the show since it came out too, so.
I mean, if you love something, let it go. And if it's still not a very good show, maybe don't return to it.
And if it's a mediocrely written CW show.
Aren't they all?
That's fair.
This one's pretty nice too.
Any rating?
6.5 out of 10.
Thanks. Okay, so last up we've got, you want to take a gander? Guess. I guess there's really nothing to go on when I just read the post. I'll just reveal it, okay? You ready?
Oh.
Thunder from Black Lightning.
Oh, really? I thought it was Thunder from Legends of Tomorrow. Obviously, Thunder from Black Lightning.
Thunder from Arrow. Yeah. Arrow.
How long have you been doing the different colors in your rough sketches?
Oh, just this one.
That's
Because
fun.
I got very confused when I tried to draw the costume pieces over with the same color because they're kind of by the anatomy stuff. So I just got very confused. Also, watchful viewers may have noticed that their faces don't look anything like their actresses. And that's because I can't draw faces of people very well when I'm not thinking about it super hard. So, and this is something I do in my free time. You guys are liking you're getting any drawings at all. So, I just did my best. Black Lightning has had a lot more than one episode this season. It's had its whole half a season already, I think. Or at least it's gone on long enough that it's having a break right now.
It's
until
certainly...
it comes back in April. It is April. Later in April.
I thought it was only like 4 episodes or something. Am I misremembering?
Maybe.
I was gonna say, I don't remember how many episodes are in the final season,
Actually,
though.
Probably.
Something tells me it's not
like
8, though.
You know what? You're right. I just kind of forgot. Black Lightning also, it's last season.
Oh.
Black Lightning might have a spin-off show.
Who
But
gives a...
considering that I'm drawing Thunder and not Painkiller, I don't think I'm gonna be watching that.
Who gives...
if it happens.
Who gives a horse's hoof about a Painkiller show? Who is clamoring for a Painkiller show?
You could have made a Thunder and Grace spin-off show.
I was gonna say, just make an Outsiders show.
That's an even better idea. Let's go to CWHQ right now.
Demand.
We'll go pitch the idea.
Outsiders show.
Since Legends is also clearly one of their most popular shows. As is the spin-off show of all the other shows.
It's just good. It's very funny. I was gonna say something I really wish would happen, but I know is not going to, because it's wish fulfillment. I would love for Nia to join Legends after Supergirl ends.
Oh, me too.
Unless Kara, dies or something. It's like, it's up to Nia now. It's like, don't kill Kara. Why would you do that? If Kara's dead and I'm rewatching this episode, don't tell me. Future Fiona, stop watching the show. I don't want to know.
I was gonna say, I would love for Thunder and Grace to both go to Legends, but also, I don't know if they'd fit in with everyone else, because Black Lightning is a much more serious show than the rest of the shows, so it's just like, because on The Flash is like, oh man, there's a giant man-eating shark out there.
And Arrow's a little serious, but it's not like a problem.
But Black Lightning is like, drugs are terrible. One of the characters is addicted to drugs. They're having marital problems. They're having marital problems.
And
they just died and were reborn.
The drawing's done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Time flies when you're ranting about CW shows. Something I do unhealthily amount. But that's because they're not incredibly written. So it's not like in the shows like Bly Manor, it's like, wow, that was a really good show. It's very insightful and beautiful. CW shows are like mediocrely written so that you can put in your own little your own perception of things.
It's like, wow, that was out of character.
Yeah. Well, hope you've enjoyed the art, fellas, and the insightful, I imagine, life-changing commentary as well. Thanks for watching the Nifty Nerd Show. Hope to see you in the next one.